I remember standing in my small apartment, staring at a stack of bills I couldn't pay. The weight of failure pressed down on my shoulders like a ton of bricks. Maybe you know that feeling. That crushing pressure that makes it hard to even breathe. I had exactly $326 to my name, and creditors were calling every single day. But right there, in that moment of complete despair, I discovered something powerful, something that would transform everything. I realized that while my pain felt permanent, it wasn't. It couldn't be, because nothing in life is permanent, except the success we build with our own two hands. Every single successful person you admire right now, every single one has gone through periods of intense pain and difficulty. The difference, they understood a fundamental truth that most people never grasp. Pain is temporary. Success is permanent. You know what's fascinating? When I talk to people who've achieved extraordinary success, they all tell me the same thing. They don't say, I wish I had avoided all that struggle. They say, those difficult times made me who I am today. Here's what nobody tells you about success. It's built in the moments when you feel like giving up. It's forged in the fire of adversity. It's created precisely when everything in your body is screaming, stop. I have interviewed countless millionaires and billionaires want to know what sets them apart. It's not their intelligence. It's not their education. It's not even their opportunities. It's their relationship with pain and success. Look at your life right now. Where are you feeling the most pain? Maybe it's in your business. Maybe it's in your relationships. Maybe it's in your bank account. That pain you are feeling, it's not your enemy. It's your trainer. It's your teacher. It's your pathway to permanent success. Success isn't about avoiding pain. It's about transforming it. Every obstacle you face, every challenge you encounter, every moment of doubt and fear, these are all raw materials that you can use to build something extraordinary. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid pain. They take the easy road, they make the safe choice, and you know what? They end up living lives of quiet desperation, watching others achieve the dreams they were too afraid to chase. But you are different. I can feel it. You are ready to understand that your current struggles are not your final destination. They are your starting point. They are your foundation. They are the very things that will make your success not just possible, but inevitable. And that success, once you build it, once you earn it, it's yours forever. Because while pain is like a passing storm, success is like a mountain you build one stone at a time. And once you build that mountain, nothing can take it away from you. And this brings me to something absolutely crucial that you need to understand about pain. Every single time you face a difficult moment, every time you feel like you are at your breaking point, remember this. You are not going through pain. You are growing through it. When we are in the middle of a challenging situation, our brain tells us this will last forever. It's like being in a dark tunnel and forgetting that tunnels have two ends. I have seen this countless times, people in the depths of their struggles convinced they will never break through. Remember that feeling in your gut, that voice in your head saying, this is it. I am finished. Now look back at that moment. You are still here. You survived, and not just survived, you learned something valuable that's part of who you are today. I remember talking to a woman who lost everything in a business venture. 3 years of work, all her savings, gone in what seemed like an instant. She told me something I will never forget. She said, for 6 months, I thought my life was over. Then one morning, I realized this pain isn't my punishment, it's my preparation. This is what separates the achievers from the dreamers. Achievers understand that pain isn't just something to endure. It's something to leverage. Every setback, every failure, every moment of doubt. These aren't roadblocks. They are building blocks. Your brain is literally rewiring itself during difficult times. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, but I call it your success programming. Every time you push through a difficult situation, you're not just solving a problem, you are becoming stronger, more resilient, more capable. The most successful people I have ever met don't have fewer problems than others. They have just developed a different relationship with their problems. They see challenges as opportunities. They understand that comfort is the enemy of growth and pain is the price of progress. The pain you're feeling right now, it's not random. It's not meaningless. It's targeted. It's specific. It's showing you exactly where you need to grow, exactly what you need to learn, exactly how you need to become stronger. What happens when you work out? You create tiny tears in your muscle fibers. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. But what happens next? Those tears heal and the muscle grows back stronger. Your character works the same way. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of pain is creating those tiny tears. And when you persist, when you push through, you grow back stronger. I have worked with thousands of people, and I've noticed something remarkable. The ones who achieve lasting success aren't the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who learned to see their pain differently. They are the ones who understood that their struggles weren't happening to them. They were happening for them. When you are going through a difficult time, you have two choices. You can ask, why is this happening to me? Or you can ask, what is this teaching me? The first question leads to victimhood. The second leads to victory. Right now, in your life, you are facing challenges. You are experiencing pain. Maybe it's financial. Maybe it's professional. Maybe it's personal. But here's what you need to understand. This pain is not your permanent address. It's your temporary training ground. Every single day, you have a choice. You can let your pain define you, or you can let it develop you. You can let it break you, or you can let it make you. The pain you are feeling today is developing the strength you will need tomorrow. The same fire that melts butter hardens steel. It's not about what happens to you. It's about how you respond to what happens to you. Your current struggles are not your final destination. They are your preparation for something greater. As you develop this mindset, as you learn to see pain as temporary and growth as permanent, something remarkable happens. So you start to fear challenges less. You start to welcome obstacles because you know with absolute certainty that every challenge you face is making you stronger, better, more capable of achieving and maintaining success. This is where things get really exciting because once you understand that pain is temporary, you can focus on building something that lasts forever. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you now. You know, what's remarkable about success, it's not built on grand dramatic moments. It's built in the quiet hours when nobody's watching. It's built through small, consistent actions that compound over time. I discovered this truth early in my career, and it transformed everything. Success isn't about making one perfect decision. It's about making 1,000 tiny decisions day after day that align with your goals. It's about creating habits so strong that success becomes inevitable. Every single morning, you wake up and brush your teeth. You don't debate it. You don't negotiate with yourself about it. You just do it. Why? Because somewhere along the line, you developed a habit so strong that it became part of who you are. Now imagine applying that same automatic response to your success habits. Your daily habits are like compound interest for your life. Every small action you take today might not seem significant in the moment, but multiply that action by 365 days, by 5 years, by 10 years, and suddenly you are looking at something extraordinary. I remember working with a man who wanted to build $1 million business. He was looking for the big break, the magic moment. But here's what we discovered together. His success wasn't going to come from one big deal. It was going to come from making 5 extra calls every single day. Just 5. That's it. Now, 5 calls might not seem like much, but 5 calls a day is 25 calls a week. That's 100 calls a month, 1,200 calls a year. And here's the magic. Each of those calls wasn't just a call. It was building relationships. It was gaining experience. It was creating opportunities, small actions compounding over time. Most people overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can do in a year. They are looking for the home run when they should be focusing on getting base hits consistently. Success leaves clues. And one of the biggest clues I have discovered is that successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. They create personal success systems that work even when they don't feel like working. Every morning when you wake up, you have a certain amount of willpower. It's like a battery. And every decision you make drains that battery a little bit. But when you have a system, when you have habits that are automatic, you don't need willpower. The system carries you. Don't focus on goals alone. Focus on systems. Goals are important. They give you direction. But systems give you progress. A goal without a system is just a wish. Your system might be as simple as waking up 30 minutes earlier each day to read, or making one new connection every day in your industry, or writing down 3 ideas every morning. These aren't dramatic actions. They're not exciting, but they work. They work because they compound. The beautiful thing about creating these success systems, once they're in place, they become easier to maintain than to break. Just like that habit of brushing your teeth. Once it's established, it takes more energy not to do it than to do it. The pain you're experiencing now is temporary, but the systems you build, the habits you create These will serve you for life. Every small action you take today is a brick in the foundation of your permanent success. They say success is a marathon, not a sprint, but that's not quite right. Success is a lifetime of daily sprints guided by systems that keep you moving forward day after day, year after year. And those systems, they are built one small action at a time. What I am about to share with you is something that will completely transform how you view every challenge in your life, because there's a secret that every highly successful person knows, a secret that turns their greatest pain into their greatest power. I learned this lesson in the most unexpected way. Years ago, I was facing what seemed like an insurmountable obstacle. Everything was falling apart. And one evening, while feeling completely overwhelmed, I had a realization that changed everything. Pain isn't happening to me. It's happening for me. A time when you faced a massive setback. Maybe you lost a major client. Maybe your business venture failed. Maybe you were rejected for that promotion you wanted so badly. In that moment, it felt like the end of the world, didn't it? But here's the truth. That moment wasn't your destruction. It was your transformation. Most people run from pain. They avoid it. They hide from it. And in doing so, they miss out on the most powerful force for personal growth they will ever encounter. Because pain, when you learn to use it correctly, becomes rocket fuel for success. I remember working with an executive who lost his job after 15 years with the same company. He was devastated. His identity was shattered. But instead of letting this break him, he did something remarkable. He asked himself one simple question: how can I use this? Not why did this happen, but how can I use this? And you know what? That question transformed everything. Because the moment you start asking how instead of why, you shift from being a victim to being a victor. You move from powerless to powerful. Mental toughness, not something you're born with. It's something you develop. Every time you face a challenge and push through it, you are not just solving a problem. You are building psychological strength. You are developing what I call your success muscles. When you go to the gym, what creates muscle growth? It's resistance. It's pushing against something that's trying to push back. Your mind works the same way. Every difficulty you face, every obstacle you overcome, every moment of pain you push through, these are all psychological resistance training. You have to see these challenges differently. Most people see problems and think, I need to get through this. Successful people see problems and think, I need to grow through this. I have studied thousands of successful people, and I've noticed something remarkable. The most successful ones aren't the ones who had it easiest. They are the ones who learn to transform their difficulties into advantages. They are the ones who learn to alchemize their pain into power. Every single thing that's causing you pain right now has the potential to make you stronger. Every rejection can teach you resilience. Every failure can show you what needs improvement. Every setback can force you to develop new skills. Diamond, how is it formed? Under extreme pressure, through intense heat, through what we might call pain. But what emerges? Something unbreakable, something valuable, something that lasts forever. You are in the process of becoming unbreakable right now. Every challenge you face isn't breaking you, it's strengthening you. Every difficulty isn't destroying you, it's developing you. Every moment of pain isn't punishing you, it's preparing you. The next time you face a challenge, and you will face challenges, I want you to pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, how can I use this? What can this teach me? How can this make me stronger? The pain you are feeling right now, it's not your enemy. It's your ally. It's not your burden. It's your breakthrough. It's not your curse. It's your catalyst. The same fire that melts butter forges steel. The difference isn't in the fire. It's in the material. And you, my friend, are steel. Every challenge you face is forging you into something stronger, something more resilient, something unstoppable. Mental toughness isn't about never feeling pain. It's about using that pain as fuel. It's about taking your greatest challenges and turning them into your greatest advantages. It's about understanding that every difficulty you face today is developing the strength you will need tomorrow. And that strength, that mental toughness you're building right now, that's not temporary, that's permanent, that's lasting, that's forever. And this brings us to one of the most exciting principles of success I have ever discovered. Once you understand this, everything changes, because success isn't just a destination. It's a force that creates more success. Think about a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, maybe the size of your fist, but as it rolls, something magnificent happens. It picks up more snow, it gains speed, it builds momentum. Before you know it, that tiny snowball becomes an unstoppable force. Your success works exactly the same way. Every small win, every tiny victory, every step forward, they are all part of building your success momentum. I have seen this happen countless times. Someone makes one small positive change in their life. They start waking up 30 minutes earlier. They make one extra sales call. They read 10 pages of a book. These actions might seem insignificant at first, but here's what's fascinating. That one small success creates confidence. That confidence leads to taking slightly bigger actions. Those bigger actions lead to bigger successes. And suddenly, you are not just moving forward, you are accelerating. I remember working with a salesperson who was struggling to meet his quotas. He was overwhelmed, frustrated, feeling stuck. So we started small, just 3 extra calls each morning before checking email. That's it, just 3 calls. But something remarkable happened. Those 3 calls started producing results. Small results at first, maybe 1 extra meeting a week, but that extra meeting led to an extra sale. That extra sale created confidence. That confidence showed up in his voice on the next call. And before long, he wasn't just meeting his quotas, he was destroying them. Success creates an upward spiral. Every achievement, no matter how small, changes how you see yourself. And when you see yourself differently, you act differently. When you act differently, you get different results. Don't wait for the big wins to celebrate. Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate taking action. Celebrate progress. Because every celebration, every acknowledgement of progress feeds that momentum. It's not linear. It's exponential. It's like compound interest in your bank account. Success compounds. Each win builds on the previous win. Each achievement makes the next achievement more likely. Learning to ride a bicycle. At first it seems impossible. You wobble, you fall. But then something clicks. You find your balance for a few seconds. Those few seconds give you confidence. That confidence helps you stay balanced longer. And suddenly you are not just riding, you're flying. Your success works the same way. The hardest part isn't keeping the momentum going, it's getting it started. That's why those first small actions are so crucial. They are not just actions, they are the beginning of your momentum. Every major success in your life started with one small action. One decision, one step forward. The empire you are building, the legacy you are creating, it all starts with that first push, that first movement forward. Once you build momentum, it becomes easier to keep going than to stop. Success becomes your natural state. Achievement becomes your default setting. Excellence becomes your standard. Success isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about creating a force, a momentum so powerful that it carries you to heights you never imagined possible. Every action you take today isn't just moving you forward. It's building the momentum that will carry you forward tomorrow, next week, next year. This is why the temporary pain you're feeling now is so valuable. It's not just teaching you, it's building your momentum. Every obstacle you overcome, every challenge you push through, every moment of perseverance, they are all adding to your momentum. And that momentum, once you build it, it's unstoppable. Because success breeds success, achievement breeds achievement, excellence breeds excellence. Now, everything we have talked about today, the temporary nature of pain, the foundations of success, the power of momentum, it all comes down to this crucial moment. Because knowledge isn't power, action is power. And not just any action, massive decisive action. You know what I've noticed about people who are stuck? They are not lacking information. They are not lacking opportunities. They are lacking action. They are caught in what I call the paralysis of analysis, always planning, always preparing, always waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is a myth. The perfect plan is a fantasy. The only moment you have is right now. The only plan that matters is the one you actually execute. I remember sitting with a brilliant entrepreneur. He had everything mapped out, spreadsheets, projections, perfect plans. But he was stuck. Want to know why? He was waiting for certainty. And here's what I told him. Certainty is the enemy of opportunity. The people who wait for certainty end up waiting forever. Successful people aren't successful because they have better plans. They are successful because they take better action. They understand that a good plan executed today is better than a perfect plan executed someday. Every single successful person you admire took action before they were ready. They started before they felt prepared. They moved forward before they had all the answers. And that's exactly what made them successful. Success. It's messy. It's imperfect. It's full of mistakes and corrections and adjustments. But you know what? Those mistakes, those imperfections, they are not your enemy. They are your education. They are not slowing you down. They're showing you the way. Key is creating what I call success rituals. Daily actions that you don't negotiate with yourself about. Just like you don't debate whether to brush your teeth in the morning, you don't debate whether to take action toward your goals. Your success rituals might be making 5 sales calls before checking email, writing for an hour before the sun rises, reading 10 pages of a book every single day. These aren't dramatic actions, but they are decisive actions. And decisive actions, taken consistently, create decisive results. Remember this, the size of your success is directly proportional to the size of your action. Small actions create small results. Massive actions create massive results. And the beautiful thing about massive action is that it cuts through fear, through doubt, through uncertainty. When you are taking massive action, you don't have time to worry about failure. You don't have time to second guess yourself. You are too busy moving forward, too busy creating momentum, too busy succeeding. Right now, in this moment, you have everything you need to take massive action. You don't need more information. You don't need more preparation. You don't need more planning. You just need to move. The pain you are feeling right now, it's temporary, but the regret of not taking action, that's permanent. The discomfort of moving forward, that's temporary. But the satisfaction of achievement, that's forever. Every single day you have a choice. You can choose to stay in analysis paralysis, waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect opportunity, or you can choose to take massive action to move forward decisively, to create your own opportunities. And that's what separates the dreamers from the achievers. Dreamers wait for the right moment. Achievers make the moment right. Dreamers analyze. Achievers act. Dreamers plan. Achievers perform. Your moment is now. Your time is today. Every second you spend waiting is a second you could spend winning. Every moment you spend analyzing is a moment you could spend achieving. My friends, I want you to think about something bigger than just success. I want you to think about your legacy. Because everything we have discussed, the temporary nature of pain, the power of momentum, the importance of massive action, it all leads to this crucial question: what will you leave behind? The success you build today isn't just for you. It's for everyone your life will touch. It's for everyone who will be inspired by your journey. It's for everyone who will benefit from your courage to push through pain and create something lasting. 20 years from now, someone will look at your life. Maybe it'll be your children. Maybe it'll be someone you mentored. Maybe it'll be someone who only knows your story. And they will see something remarkable. They will see someone who understood that pain was temporary, but success was permanent. They will see someone who took their greatest challenges and turned them into their greatest triumphs. I remember talking to a man in his 70s who had built an extraordinary business. But you know what he was most proud of? Not the money he had made, not the awards he had won. He was most proud of the lives he had changed, the people he had helped, the impact he had created that would continue long after he was gone. This is what real success looks like. It's not just about what you achieve. It's about what you set in motion. It's about the ripple effect you create that continues to spread, to grow, to impact lives long after you have taken the initial action. Every action you take today, every challenge you overcome, every moment of pain you push through, these aren't just building your success. They are building your legacy. They are creating something that will outlast you, something that will continue to create value, to inspire others, to change lives. The pain you are feeling right now, in 20 years, it'll be nothing but a memory, but the success you are building, that will still be growing, that will still be impacting lives, that will still be creating value. Success isn't just a destination. It's a transmission. It's something you pass on. The habits you build, the systems you create, the momentum you generate, these don't just serve you. They serve as a blueprint for others. They show it's possible. They light the way. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice. You can let your temporary pain define your permanent story, or you can use it as fuel to create something extraordinary, something lasting, something that matters. The world doesn't need more people who gave up because of pain. The world needs people who push through pain to create permanent success. The world needs your story. The world needs your legacy. Tonight, before you go to bed, write down one action you will take tomorrow. Not next week, not next month, tomorrow. One decisive action that moves you toward your legacy. Your legacy starts now. It starts with the next action you take. It starts with the next decision you make. It starts with your next move. The pain you are feeling, it's temporary. The doubt you are experiencing, it's temporary. The challenges you are facing, they are temporary. But the success you are building, the legacy you are creating, the impact you are making, that's forever. You're not just building success, you're building a legacy. You're not just creating achievements, you are creating impact. You are not just pushing through pain, you are pushing through to permanence. Your moment is now, your time is today. Your legacy is waiting, and the world is ready for what you are about to create. Take that first step, make that first move, create that first ripple, because your pain will end, but your success will last forever. Thank you, and God bless.